Welcome viewers. This is TTP tutorial again. I am Teacher Bull. I'm going to take you through compound proposition. Okay. For today's topic, it is somehow complex. It is not like the previous topics. Okay, that we have learned in the last class. Okay. So for today, you need to be ready and learn uh, more logical uh, logic here. Okay. So we have here logic. So it comprises of many topics. Okay. So today let us see how we can learn compound proposition. Okay. So in simple term, just from getting to know that compound means something big. Okay. Something complex. Okay. Something big. Okay. So now when we say compound, okay, compound propositions simply mean when you join, okay, when you join two logical connectives, that's when you form a compound propositions. Okay, so student, when we join maybe conjunction or disjunction or negation or implication, so when we join two or three of them together, definitely we are forming what we call a compound statement. Okay, so you just need to get confused because this one will take you to more complex compound proportion. Okay, so now here, this is just the definition that you can always memorize whenever you see two or more connected joined together. Okay, so this is the definition. Now let us see from the example. Example one. Let us solve. Let us see how we can solve uh, this compound compound proportion. We are calling it compound because we have uh, two different connectives that are formed. Here we have implication and here we have conjunction. Okay. In the previous class, I told that you master these symbols because they will lead you into more complex proportion. Okay. So now, after getting to know this, that this is implication and this is conjunction. So now you can solve this. Okay. So first of all, you need to put this separately, also this separately. Okay. Then from there, you put the whole combination. Let us see how we can represent this in table form. Okay. So here you'll first write the letters. How many letters we have? We have P, Q, R. So here you write P, then Q, then R. After writing this, because you are further representing letters. Okay. So now then after writing this, then you write the whole of this statement here, this first statement, you write down. So that is the statement. Then now I think the space will not be enough. Let us see how we can squeeze this here. So it is P, then Q, then R. Okay. Now it is this statement P, Q. Okay, like this. Okay. Then now this statement is Q, R. Then now the whole of this statement, write it down. So it is P, Q. Okay. Then conjunction Q, implication R. So now writing like this. So now you have now represented the whole of this statement this way. So now here you separate them. H will be in column. Okay. So now here uh, we have P Q R. Then we have P implication Q. Then we have Q implication R. Then we have P implication Q. Then conjunction P Q implication R. Okay. So now for us to solve this, because our major issue is to solve this. Okay. But before solving this, you must first solve all this. Okay. Now let's see how we can solve this. First of all, you need to draw rows here. Okay, the rows. So how can we draw these rows? Okay, I said for you to draw the rows, you must first know, you must first express the letters in exponential function. I say this n represent the letters. Okay, so we have this. Okay, so now let us see. Uh, we have three letters here. So it is 3. So when you express that, you are going to get 8. Okay, meaning here you are going to put 8 rows. Okay, let us draw now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8. Okay. Now let us see. First of all, I said the letter P will take the half of the rows. Okay. So me. So here, let us see how we can get this. Okay. So I said the half of the rows will take the first truth value, which is true. So here we are having true, 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 true. Then here we're having false, false, false. Also false. Okay. So we have true, 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 true. Then we have false, 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 false. Okay. Also here we are going to have true, true. Then here we are going to have false, false. True, true, false, false. Okay. Here we are going to have true, false, true, false, true, false, true, then false. Okay. So now we got the values of this. Okay. So now let's see how we can get the values of this. Okay. So now for us to get the value of this, we will use the definition of implication. So implication states that it is false if and only if P is true and Q is false. So let's see. True, true. So for P is true and Q is, and solve this. Okay. Since we said we can get this by the definition. So now we said it is false for implication if and only if P is true and Q is false. So let us see how P is true and how Q is true. So meaning this statement is not, it is true. So true, true will give us true. True, false will give us false because we justify this. True, false, it is false. Here false, true, it is true. Here false, true, it is true. We have false, false, it is true. We have false, false, it is true. Okay. So now we got for this. Now let us also get for this. Okay. It is the same. It is implication. So it is false for implication if and only if P. Now we are going to use Q. Q is true and then R is false. So if Q is true and R is false, thus it will justify this. But if not, it won't. Okay. So now here it is true, true. So we are getting true, true, false. We are getting here false. Okay. It is false, true. We are getting true. It is false, false. We are getting true. It is true, true. We are getting true. Okay, it is true, false. You are getting false. Okay, it is false, true. You are getting true. It is false, false. You are getting true. Okay, now we got for this and this. Okay, now let us see how we can get for this. Okay, so it is just something simple. Okay, let us see how we can get for the whole statement now. So after getting these two, now we are able to solve this. Okay, now here it is. Now let us put this one to be P, then this one to be Q. So uh for conjunction, it says it is true when both P and Q are true. So this one does represent this one to be P, this one to be Q. Okay. So now if this one is true and this one is true, then for conjunction it will also be true. This one, it is true, false. It is false. It is false, true. It will also be false. It is false, true. It will also be false. Okay. It is true, true. It will also be true. It is true, false. It will also be false. Okay. It is true, true. It will be true. It is true, true. It will be true. So, student, our answer it is this. Okay. So we are looking for this answer. So this is the answer for the whole of this statement. So this is the first example on compound proposition. So now let us see how we can solve the next example. Okay. Let us see how we can solve the next example. Okay. So this is the second example for compound proposition. Okay. We are just going to solve it the same way. Okay. The same way that we have solved the previous example. Okay. So let us now represent this. Okay. As I said before, you must represent each letter separately before bringing each statement. Okay. So now we have P. We have P. Then we have R. Then we have S. Then negation S. Then we have P. Disjunction R. Then we have also R. Conjunction negation S. Then now we have whole statement, which is P disjunction R. Then we have this statement R conjunction S negation. Okay. So now let us see how we can solve this. So student, this is the compound proportion that we are solving. So now here, this is how we represent it. Okay, this is how we represent the whole of this compound statement by representing first each letter P, which is here, then R, then S, then from there negation, which is R square. Okay, then now from there, you will put this statement, the first statement separately, the second statement separately, then now the whole of this statement here. Then now we can solve for each of these. Okay. So now I just need you to pay attention. Okay. You need to pay attention. Okay. Let's see. At first I said for you to get the number of rows, you need to express how many letters do we have? We have three letters. So it will be 2 power n. This is exponential format. So it will give us 2, 3, which is 8. So here we are going to have 8 rows. Let us see how we can draw these eight rows. So let's draw the rows. How many so far? One, two, three, four, five, six. Six, 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 six. So one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. So now we have the eight rows that we are looking for. Okay. So now let us solve this. Then we solve this. Then we solve this. Then we get our last answer, of which it is what we are looking for. Okay. So I said, since we have eight rows, okay. So uh, we just need to now get the values of this, the truth value of this. Okay. As I said before, I say if you have eight rows, you just need to buy the rows by two truth value. Of course, the true will take uh, the first half. One, two, three, four. This will be true. Then the remaining four will be false. Okay. True, 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 true. False, false, false. Then now here we have four here. Then now you divide this one by half also. The first two will take true. Second one will take false. Also here true, true. Okay. Then here false, false. Okay. Then here also we have this. So the first one will take true. Then you take false. Okay. Here true, false, true, false, true, false. Okay. Now here we have negation S. Negation means the opposite of S. If S is true, then the opposite will be false. If F is true, if F is false, then the opposite of F will be true. Yeah, we are getting false. We are getting true. We are getting false. We are getting true. We are getting false. We are getting true. Okay. So now, since we are done solving this, okay, now let us solve this, also this, and solve this. Okay. So as I said, when you see this symbol here, it telling you this statement here, it is disjunction. Okay, it is disjunction. And we say for disjunction, it is false for disjunction if when both P and R, okay, are false. Since we have R here, okay. So for disjunction, it says when both P and R are false. So now here we have P and R. Here they are true, meaning this one will be true. We having true, it will be true. We having true false, it will be true. We having true false, it will be true. We having false true, it will be true. We having false true, it will be true. We having false false, it will be false. We having false false, it will be false. Okay. Now we solve this. Now let us solve this. Okay. This one is conjunction. We said it is true for conjunction if when both R and negation S are true. When R and negation S are true, we qualify this one to be a conjunction. Okay, now we have true false. It will give us false. We have true true. It will give us true. We have false false. It will give us false. We have false true. It will give us false. We have true false. It will give us false. We have true true. It will give us true. We have false false. It will give us false. We have false true. It will give us false. Okay. Now we manage to solve this. So so now here let us see how we can solve this. Okay, that's how we can solve this. So now this is the compound statement that we are solving. Okay, we are not solving this or this, but we are solving this. But before getting this, you must first touch all this. Okay, you must first touch all this. Okay, so now let us see how we can solve this. Okay, now let us put this on the P, then this on the Q. Okay, for by implication, it is said that, okay, for by implication, it is said that uh, it is false, it is false for by implication if and only if both P and Q have different truth value. If they have different truth value, then for by implication it will be false. Okay. Now we have true, we have false. So this one will be false for by implication. We have true, true, it will be true because it does not follow the rules of by implication. True, false, it will be false. We have true, false, it will be false. True, false, it will be false. True, true, it will be true. False, false, it will be true. False, false, it will be true. So our answer, it is this. This is the final answer that we are looking for. So, student, for today, this is just the simple. These are just a simple example. Okay. So, if you know example one and example two, when you understand them, okay, these two example will help you and you understand more on compound proposition. So if at all you need more understanding, you can simply contact me on my Telegram, my WhatsApp, and then you write for me anything that you don't understand. Kindly also follow me, share, subscribe for my YouTube channel. Thank you.